going on, everybody? This is David. Hey, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate it as always. Do me one quick favor, hit that like button, share button. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, hey, what you waiting on? Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. It helps the channel grow. We're still on the road to 1,000 subscribers. So, all the help is appreciated. Hey, let me know how this new camera look, man. I just had this new camera for a while, but just really started using it. So let me know if you're, a repeat visitor to the channel. Let me know if things are a little bit clearer now in the last couple of videos. So, but without further ado, man, we're gonna get right into the stock market recap for today, July 29th. So we're gonna just go over a few things, man. Not a long video. We'll recap the S&P, Nasdaq, Dow today. We'll look at a few headlines. Uh, Got some earnings, big earnings coming up. Earnings are coming up. It's earnings season. So the big boys are starting to play. They're starting to report their second quarter earnings. So, we'll see. We'll see what's going on. That's going to be the big talk of the town over the next few days, along with the Fed decision as well. So, and then I'll give a small recap on what I purchased today, if I made any purchase today, and, whatever dividends I may have hit the account. So, if you follow my channel, if you're new to the channel, I've been going real heavy on dividends. We're about to have a major breakthrough on dividend income. Having a great month so far in July. Can't wait to see what August brings. So, but yeah, without further ado, man, let's jump right into it. We're going to go over to Yahoo Finance and let's see how this stock market did today. So, and here we are. We see here the S&P was up. Oh no, that's actually the futures. So let's click on in here and see what's going on because they already got the futures up. Yeah. They don't have it up. We'll go into the Google Finance. Let's see. See what y'all looking at now. Oh, you still got the Yahoo Finance up because they got the futures up. So what we'll do is we'll stop that real quick and then we'll head over, see if we can pull up Google Finance and jump into it here. Because they already starting to report the futures trading for those future traders. I'm not one of them. So, but we'll jump right over here into the Dow. And you see the Dow was down today, 200 points. Had a little pullback, down 0.46%. But we see year to date, the Dow is still up 4.91%. So not great, but not bad. I'd rather have green than red any day. So the Dow is still up 4.91% year to date, although we did have we were red today pretty much across the board. You see the S&P down 18 points, but we're sitting at 6,370.86 on the year. Year to date, the S&P is up 8%. Oh man, let me get a drink of water here. S&P is up 8.32% year to date. Not bad. And taking a look at the NASDAQ was also down today, but we're over 21,000, which I'll take that any day. And year to date, the NASDAQ is up 9%. So overall, red day, which we know that happens in the stock market. Not really a big deal about that. But year to date, we're in the green. Not as far as long as I wanted to be, but we have a long ways to go for the year. So let's hope for that the market stays positive for the year, doesn't get too rattled or too rocked by any crazy news or anything like that. So let's take a look. Let's go back to Yahoo Finance. Let's take a look at some headlines for the day and see what we have going on here. Because, as an investor, you don't have to be knee deep on everything every single day. But what you want to do is be able to follow the money, man. if you don't do anything else, follow the money. Oh, I got the wrong thing here. And so when I mean by follow the money, you have to know what's going on every day, every single day with the news. If you're invested in something, you want to know what's going on with the company that you invested in. So, I advise everyone um, to have the Yahoo Finance app, man. Have that downloaded onto your phone so you can at least know, get some alerts, be up to date with the news that's going on, and kind of be in the know. If these are companies that you're investing your hard-earned money into. So let's go back over to Yahoo Finance. Let's just see some of the topics of the day. You see why some articles here, why markets shrug off Trump's vague trade deals. Yeah, I think the market has kind of gotten used to the iffiness of these trades. So not big reactions when you see a trade announced or a trade that doesn't get done. That's been talked about. As you see here, no tariff pause announced after U.S.-China trade talks. So I think we kind of market's kind of getting played out with some of this, these news, these headlines. But we should see. But like I said, we got some earnings coming up. Meta to report Q2 earnings amid AI investment push. Um, so Meta, I think, is reporting on Wednesday. Microsoft is scheduled to report on Wednesday. Some other news here: NVIDIA AI chip challenger growth nearing $6 billion valuation fundraising. So, man, that's big. So, go to Yahoo Finance, man, if you want to dive deeper into some of these articles, because you need to be able to research and read this stuff for yourself. Don't depend on us YouTubers or anybody else to be able to look up information that you can find for yourself. And I just want to show you some of these headlines, these articles. You see U.S. stocks futures trade flat with eyes on Fed decision and big tech results. So, earnings is coming up, Fed talk, Fed decision, all that plays a part in the market. Let's see here. Microsoft to report earnings as Wall Street looks for AI growth. It says Q4. I wonder how Microsoft reports their earnings, because some people don't do the typical Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, or their yearly system is a little bit different in some. So maybe it may be their Q4 earnings for their company, or maybe that's just a typo. Because most companies are reporting their Q2 earnings ending June 30th. So what else we got? Visa profit rises on resilient consumer spending. Spotify stock slides after earnings and revenue disappoint. You see how if you have a bad earnings, that can affect your definitely can affect the stock price. So let's see Spotify. Can we look at that? What's Spotify's ticker symbol? Is it Spot? Is that it? Yep. You see Spotify didn't have great earnings. They were down today big time. 80 points, 81 points, down 11%. Man. Like I said, Spotify stock slides after reporting Q2 loss, weaker forecasts after record rally. So they're taking a big step back after their earnings. So, Yep. So that's why it's important to kind of keep up when with these earnings, because it can definitely have uh, a major impact on the stock price for the next maybe couple of days, weeks, or months if they report bad earnings. Let's scroll down a little bit more here. Let's take a look at some of the top let's take a look at some of the top gainers on the day. Man, NEGG. Did we talk about that yesterday? I think we did. Up 17 points today, up 43%. Let me see if I can scroll down for the be here. Yeah, there we go. Top daily gainers, SANM up 22%, CVLT up 18%, AMKR up 18%, and PII, Polaris, up 16%. I'm not too familiar with any of these companies, but maybe some of you guys are in the comment section. It's always to see what's kind of popping on the day and then what's kind of dropping, right? So you have your top losers, NVO down 21%, STEM down 19%, HRI down 17%, XL down 16%, and QS down 15%. So you have some trending tickers over here like Sophie. Sophie's a hot stock right now. It was up quite a bit earlier, but still finished today up 6%. Sophie's currently trading at $22.40. Let me take a look at Sophie real quick. I was actually going to mention Sophie, which I will in just a second. Oh, but it's taking a hit after hours, you see. So up $1.38 today, but down right now 6% in the after hours. So I wonder what's going on with that. When is their earnings? Do they have earnings already? Oh, today. Earnings were today. So I wonder if that may be one of the reasons that they're down. Let's see. Do we have any news on their earnings yet? Let's see what's going on here with Sophie. SoFi. What do you call it? Sophie or you call it SoFi? SoFi stock falls on $1.5 billion stock sale plan. Wow. You see SoFi stocks tumbled late Tuesday after the company announced a public offering of $1.5 billion of its common stock. The stock retreat followed a rally. Just like I said, let me see if we can continue reading here. The stock retreat followed a rally after the fintech posted upbeat results that beat Wall Street estimates. SoFi also raised its 2025 revenue outlook. And let's see. Goldman Sachs will act as an underwriter of the offering, which involves the purchase of additional 15% of shares of common stock. And it says SoFi stock shed more than 6% to 21.05 in after hours trading. And the shares rallied 6.6% to close at 22.40. And the shares have gained roughly 45% year to date. And it has a relatively, man, all these pop-ups, man. Gotta love these pop-ups. SoFi has a relatively strength rating of 97 according to IBD Market Surge. So yeah, man, any type of news like that has an impact on, or can have an impact on, the actual price of the stock. So that's what's going on with SoFi now. And, just to talk about SoFi, the last little thing I want to talk about today is, my purchases and any other dividends I received today. I did have a cash secured put that I had on SoFi, and I closed that out today because, as I mentioned, as you see, the stock did rise today. So it was a great opportunity for me to close out my cash secured put position. So we made 84% on that play. That's selling stock options. We sold a cash secured put. We bought it back. We closed it out today. We made a profit of 84% on that play. So that was a good thing. So Sophie is the first position I've done a cash secured put on. I do cover calls as well, but trying my hand out at a cash secured put. Different ways to earn money in the stock market. So, and it went out well for the first transaction. So we'll look. We see it's going to be a possible pullback. So we may look tomorrow to open up another position in SoFi. So we'll see how that goes in the stock market tomorrow. And then other than that, I did receive dividends today from HOOW. We did receive dividends today in the amount of $29.18. I mentioned it on the short earlier. Those funds will be reinvested, and we're closing out the month of July really strong with our dividends. Like I said, starting in August, man, I'm pretty confident we're going to hit $1,000 in dividends for the very first time, and I think that's going to start opening up the floodgates with our dividend income. So stay tuned for that information. And like I said, I'm trying to give you guys daily updates on my dividend plays. And then, of course, at the end of the month, I'll give you a full dividend video. As you see on my channel, I do every single month. At the beginning of the new month, I give a recap of how much dividend income we earned from the previous month. So we're doing quite well. Dividend income is doing well. Cover calls are doing well. We just started cash secure puts. So just different ways to earn money in the stock market. Our long-term portfolio is doing very well. You know, I'm practicing buying calls and puts. That's not my forte. So, you know, that's not my thing. So, but selling cover calls, I'm doing really well. Selling cash secure puts, just starting off on it, but I think there's a bright future ahead in that as well. So stay tuned. Just wanted to give you guys a quick stock market recap. We're going to try to get these in every day or every other day. So I appreciate you tuning in. You know, if you haven't hit that like button, man, just do me a quick favor. It just takes a second. Hit the like button. You know, if you're not subscribed to the channel, you know, please subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. You know, leave some comments, feedback. You know, let me know. Let me know how you guys feel about the video. But until next time, I will talk to you guys later.